Hi everyone, this is my 319-day-old bean. This is my original population, or whatever left from it. I did take some adult worms to other beans, and I also had an emergency situation here that I pull out a good amount of worms, a few handfuls. So there's not as many as used to be here, and there's also not that many original worms, but I will still call it my original bean. So what I did last few days, I harvested a bit of this bean, and I'm going to try to harvest a little bit more before I feed it. It's still a bit too wet, but I will try my best. Okay, so I didn't harvest a lot of castings, but because it's too wet, what I did is I separated a little bit more processed stuff that I will hope it will dry, and I will sift a little by little. This is not all that fine, this is just on top, and underneath is less processed stuff. And there are a few like bigger pieces. We will see how it goes. I didn't find much food, few flower sticks that are getting empty inside. Okay, and a few like tea bags. This is unopened, so it's why it's not eaten. There's an empty one with worm. So yeah, just that few bits and pieces. So hopefully it will help them to process this material a little bit better. I was tempted to add some bedding, but because I found there's so much unprocessed stuff, I will try to do it this way first, harvest a little bit, and then maybe add bedding, because there's fewer worms in this bin. I think this bin will benefit from going a little bit lower. As you can see here, it dropped a bit, so it was a bit higher, and now the stuff is on the side, so it's higher than it used to be. The level is lower, so hopefully with more concentrated stuff they will be able to process it faster, and then we can add some more bedding. Okay, so the food I have for them today is some potato peels, some of the worm ice cream. This is an onion peel and dandelion flavor. I have a few bits of pineapple and a few bits of watermelon. So this stuff is quite moist, and yeah, I don't want to add too much, but the number of worms is good in this bin, despite taking them out and some of them dying with the situation I had a few weeks ago. So hopefully they will cope with this well. I fed them last time, I think it was 8 days ago. So it's time for feeding now. So let's do it. And I will add some grit on top, mostly because the pineapple is a bit acidic. So just to balance it. This bin is full of grit, but it wouldn't hurt, and it wouldn't hurt my garden also. So I'm trying to break this. So this is basically smoothie that I drained out of the liquid. So there's still some, but mostly more like solid and fibrous material, because I didn't want my beans to go too wet. So okay, let's cover it so you can see some worms and some cocoons. So they're doing well now. So I'm not sure if you can see, but this part of the bean is a little bit higher than the other. But if I leave it for a couple of weeks, worms will make everything even. We have some cocoons here, so I'll probably move them, the ones that I can see, to this part of the bean. But when I will sift it, I will try to pull out all the cocoons and baby worms and bring them back to this bean. So hopefully it will be as densely populated as it was before. So I'm finally starting to work in my garden. It's August when I film it. And yeah, between some family things and my leg injury, I couldn't do much. But now I'm working on my garden little by little, so hopefully I will still have some. I have some tomatoes and peppers and a few other bits that my worms sprouted, so we'll see how it goes. But I think that's all for now. I will leave them to do their job, which is reducing my food waste that goes to the wherever. Not the landfill here anymore. I live on a little island and they transport it, I think it's Sweden maybe, or somewhere, I'm not sure. So it goes far, far away from here. Yeah, so I'm trying to deal with as much food scraps as I can with my worms, with help of my worms, and try not to toss as much as we used to. That's enough rambling for today. This, if you didn't watch the previous videos, it's some supplement, sport supplement thing bag that's supposed to be home compostable. So we are trying to see how long, if at all, it will take my worms to finish it. So it's a little bit dry on the top, but it's some stuff inside to keep it moist. I keep it open so the worms can go in and out if they want to. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.